What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the beginning of the week. It is time to recap what I picked up last week. Welcome to the weekly pickup show. I've picked up quite a lot last week. Picked up a massive haul for free. So I paid nothing for a particular pile here that we're going to get to at some point. But I think I picked up some really cool titles. Lots that I haven't seen, of course. But stuff that I have seen that I absolutely love. And I'm glad to get the physical of it. So without further ado, let's get into the hauls. So first up, sometimes I go into CEX, right? Purposely to pick up replacement cases.
Jason, CEX doesn't sell replacement cases, you dickheads.
Yeah, I know that. I know. They don't. But they have Blu-rays for 50p a go. So I'll just look for the 50p Blu-rays, check that the cases are in good nick, and buy those. And then just give away the Blu-ray discs and artwork to people and just keep the cases. That's what I did with a bunch of stuff recently. But there was one film that I actually ended up keeping because I read the synopsis and it sounded really interesting. That film is The Experiment. It sounds really interesting. Yeah, it stars Adrian Brody and Forrest Whitaker. Sounds really interesting. It's about, basically, the experiment is like they set up a fake prison with fake prisoners, fake officers, and see what happens in a set amount of time. See how things become insane, apparently. So this should be interesting. I hope it's good. Let me know down in the comments if it isn't. You know, maybe it's not good. I don't know. Let me know. Next up is a film, one of the best films I've saw recently. I think it's one of the best action films ever made, personally. It's in the same conversation as The Raid and Die Hard for me. I think it's unbelievable, and that is The Night Comes for Us. It's an Indonesian, I think it's like a joint Indonesian Korean film. I might be wrong, but I know it's Indonesian for sure. Really happy to get this on Blu-ray. This is obviously an unofficial Blu-ray because you can't get this physical, and when you can't get it physical, I will opt for a bootleg any day of the week. This film's great. If you want just balls to the wall, absolutely action-packed from start to finish, bone-crunchingly brutal fights, blood everywhere, this is the film for you guys. This is awesome. It is so much, it's so much fun. Like, the fights are just like wincing, douching. Like you feel every kind of attack in this film, every kind of stab and punch and kick and broken bones. You feel it. It's great. Awesome. Next up is I'm gonna do this as a double whammy because I bought them together. Lots of people talk about these films being really good. My good friend Geordie Paul, also known as Magpie Movies on the YouTubes, link down in the description, go and subscribe to Magpie Movies. He recommended the 800, which I picked up, $6.99 on Amazon at the time. But he also recommended the Swordsman. I picked them up together. They're both made by Cine Asia, and I'm looking forward to checking these out when I get around to doing it, because I've heard they're fantastic. So really glad to get those in the collection. I do like these. I'm liking these cases. Why can't more people make Blu-ray cases like this, where it shows off the whole artwork without the stupid bloody Blu-ray banner border thing? But it is what it is. But yeah, really looking forward to checking these out. Let me know if you've seen these films, guys, down in the comments below, and what you thought of these. But looking forward to it. Two very different films, but I do love my Asian cinema, so I'm looking forward to checking these out. I've been starting to pick up some films that I've wanted to check out for ages, but I've just kind of said to myself, I'm just going to get the DVD versions, because I've actually found out, especially with my TV upscales, some of the DVD transfers of these films are unbelievably good. I just found some of the films that the Blu-rays would be a lot more money, and I found them fairly you know, inexpensive on DVD, so I've picked them up. There's going to be some YouTubers tagged in this video down below in the description, because some of these films I've picked up based on people's, you know, recommendations. This film is Nightmare City. This is a film that I've been recommended before. I watched a review by Alan Scouser, link in the description. Alan has an amazing channel with very great in-depth reviews of films like this, horror films in particular, and he's very good at articulating his points and really, you know, getting you intrigued. Even if he doesn't like a film and gives his points why he doesn't like it, he's very good at that. And it does, he's very good at not putting people off by his dislike of a film. But Nightmare City was a film that he absolutely loved, and he said it was one of the most insanely crazy zombie films he's seen in a very, very long time. And that just intrigued me, because I do like a good zombie film. I think obviously the genre is oversaturated now, but been really looking forward to checking this one out. Based on Alan's review, he said it's some of the most craziest, you know, action sequences in a zombie film. But yeah, I thought I'd pick up the DVD. I picked this up for about £6 on eBay. It's the Anchor Bay release of this, so really happy to get this. I'm coming more around of, you know, films I want to check out. If I can get them a lot cheaper on DVD, I'm just going to go the DVD route, I think, because a lot of these are a lot more expensive on Blu-ray, and especially if they have a 4K release, they're even more expensive. I wouldn't be surprised if Blue Underground get hold of this at some point for a 4K release. That would be pretty cool. Nightmare City, it sounds awesome. Alan Scouse's review is really, really good of it. I'll link it in the description below. Go and check out Alan's channel. He's got a wonderful channel. Nightmare City, really happy to grab that. The next one has just had a, speaking of Blue Underground, has just had a brand new 4K release by Blue Underground, and that is Dead and Buried. Once again, it's a film I've been interested in for a while. I didn't want to pay the £45–50 that the 4K is going for right now. So I found this for like a £5 on eBay, and that was more of a price that I could stomach. So, but even this presentation by Anchor Bay is a really nice presentation. It comes in a nice case with 2 discs. So yeah, I'm interested. I really am interested in this film. About new arrivals to a town. As soon as they come into the town, they are immediately murdered and buried. And apparently something happens after they're buried, which sounds interesting. So I'm interested in seeing what this is all about. It sounds interesting to me. But yeah, these kind of films, especially these older horror films that I'm really interested in, I'm just going to get them on DVD from now on, because I don't want to pay the stupid prices that some of these go for on Blu-ray and DVD, Blu-ray and 4K. But yeah, Dead and Buried. Let me know if you've seen it. I think it looks interesting. I think this DVD is really nicely presented. I'm happy I got the UK version because it comes in a DVD case rather than the US version comes as a digipack. I hate digipacks, but happy to get this, definitely. Adding to my monster movie collection, a film I've been wanting for ages, and I found this beautiful edition on DVD of it for fairly cheap on eBay. That is a film called Q the Winged Serpent. Really chuffed to get this on DVD. I don't care about having the DVD. I think it's fine, you know, and I got it, you know, I got it less than £8, so really chuffed about it. It's in great condition, and it comes with a slip cover, which is really nice. The slip box is quite nice, and that artwork is beautiful. I love the colours on that as well. Really, really nice. So yeah, Q the Winged Serpent. Now I've just realised we're 10 minutes in, and I've already done this little stack. My word, this is going to be a long video, guys. So this is where we get to the haul that I got for nothing. Like, I literally paid £0 for this stack right here. Basically, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace because I noticed, especially on the Big Paulie movie group, a lot of people are getting amazing deals for Blu-rays and films on the Facebook Marketplace. So I thought, I'm gonna have a look at myself, and I couldn't find anything as good as what other people are finding, especially in my local area. Anyway, a lot of just shit basically. But then I found a haul of, you know, the haul was more than what this stack is. The haul was about a good 50 DVDs, but a lot of them I gave away to a friend because he came with me to help me, you know, pick them up. So I gave him a bunch, but I hand-picked the ones that I wanted to keep, and he could have the rest. So I couldn't believe my luck. It was literally, you know, 10-15 minutes down the road from me. Didn't cost me anything. So let's get through these. Really happy about these. So first up, it's a film I've been wanting to get, you know, re-get for ages. South Park Bigger and Longer Uncut. I remember absolutely loving this film as a teenager. I don't know if it holds up. In my mind, it is probably the greatest musical ever made. It's one of the only musicals I can really get into because it's South Park, so it kind of has a pass for me with that. But I remember really liking it, really found it really funny. I don't know how it's held up over the last, 20 odd years, but it's cool to get it for nothing, for free. It's in really good condition. It's one of those flippable discs that we used to get with DVDs. But yeah, South Park, bigger, longer uncut. iRobot, a film that I fairly enjoy. Not seen it in a good while, in a good 10 years now. When was it made? 2004. Yeah, not seen it in a good 10 years now. This is a really cool whodunit. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, looking forward to rewatching this one. Another film I'm looking forward to rewatching is Bruce Almighty. In my opinion, one of Jim Carrey's best movies. I think it's fantastic. I think it's hilarious. One of the rare comedy films that I really enjoy. I'm not really into comedy. This I thought was really good. I really enjoyed this film. Looking forward to rewatching it. Another Jim Carrey one that I've not seen in a while that I fairly enjoyed back in the day. Fun with Dick and Jane. I remember actually quite liking this quite a lot. Don't remember too much about it, but I remember quite enjoying it for what it was. Looking forward to rewatching it again for free. Why not? Next up is a film I remember watching in the cinema in 2004 and absolutely hating. I used to really not like this movie at all back in the day when I saw it. But again, it's one of those films where I got it for free, and it's a really nice edition as well. Actually, this DVD is a really nice edition, 2-discer, I think. Yeah, nice 2-disc edition. It's a film I'm definitely gonna rewatch. Back in the early 2000s, when comic book movies had they just were just their own standalone films. Nowadays, it feels really refreshing to go back to the first Batman, the first the first couple of X-Men movies, the first Spider-Mans, and Daredevil is one of them. Right, you know me, I don't like musicals, but there's a musical everyone keeps mentioning that I should check out that I've never seen before. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've heard it is meant to be one of the best ever, people say. Tim Curry as his drag queen character. Apparently, if I like horror films, I should like it. But again, it's a musical and it could be a turn off. But it cost me nothing and it's quite a nice addition, so maybe I'll check it out. If not, it might be giveaway fodder in the future, so who knows. But yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show is another freebie. Next up is a film that everyone that I know that are personal friends of mine say is a really funny, really fun film, which is 21 Jump Street. I've heard this is really fun. I've heard the sequel is also really good. I like the premise. The premise sounds interesting, but we'll see if it's up my street. Next up is a film that I really enjoyed. I've only ever seen it once. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really different kind of different idea, really interesting story. Off the back of this film, I bought the comic it was based on, which is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's one of those comic book films that really feels like a comic book film to me, and one of the only comic book films to really get that vibe from me recently is the Suicide Squad, the new one. But yeah, Scott Pilgrim versus the World is a great comic book film. It kind of, at the time, it really it pulled my heartstrings from my love of rock, rock music, heavy music, and video games. Really fun movie with really just great directing style, great aesthetics. It looks wonderful. Yeah, for free. I was really happy to have that. Next up is a film that I really like. I thought it was a lot of fun. Not seen the sequel yet, but that is Zombieland. Again, it cost me $0. I couldn't believe, there's some great horror stuff with this free haul, with this pile, but Zombieland I think is a really fun movie. I like the whole, it's got the rules in the beginning, it's really funny. I just really like it, and I want to see the sequel, so let me know if the sequel is worth watching. I will definitely check it out. Next up is a film that I wasn't going to keep, but then I read the synopsis and it sounds pretty interesting. It's a film called Before I Go to Sleep. It's kind of this thriller, kind of psychological film. Sounds interesting. Kept it, it was free. I kept it, I didn't give it to my friend. I thought I'll keep it and see what it's about, see if it's any good. Now I kept these next two in the pile because my friend LeonTalks Film says I should watch the film Heathers, which I've got on the Arrow Blu-ray. Once I've watched that, if I like that, I'd like this movie, which is Mean Girls. I've just kept it just on the basis of Leon's recommendation. It's very much about a gang of girls, and yeah, that's all I basically know about it really. So yeah, let me know what you think of Mean Girls. Also got Mean Girls 2 with that, so hopefully this is a good sequel. I'm hoping. I hope we get double whammer with these two. Hopefully it's good. But then again, I might not like either of them yet. I don't know. I've not seen Heathers. I've not seen these two. But, you know, apparently Leon said that Mean Girls did start out as a Heathers remake, but then it became its own thing. But it's very similar to Heathers, apparently. But I've not seen Heathers, so I don't know. But we will check these out and see if they're any good. Now we get into, like, the good stuff. I say good stuff. I've not seen a lot of this, but this is the last portion of the free shit. And it's all horror, and I was well happy to actually get them. So first up is 2011's The Possession. I think it's a very underrated possession movie. Really enjoyed it when I first watched it years ago. I think I rented it through Love Film. Do you remember Love Film, guys? They should send you the disc in the post. Yeah, that's how long ago I watched it. But I really enjoyed it back then. Really happy to see it in this free Facebook haul. There's not a lot of possession films that I really enjoy. You know, The Exorcist is the greatest possession film ever made. I really like The Last Exorcism. I think that's a woefully underrated possession movie. And this is probably the third one that I would say is definitely a worthwhile watch for a possession film. Really enjoyed this one. I'm not sure if it's a remake of a previous existing The Possession film. Let me know in the comments. But I don't know. But yeah, really happy to see this in the stack. Really enjoyed this one, and happy to own it on DVD. Next up is a film that everyone was talking about when it came out, and I've heard it's fantastic, and I've been meaning to check it out because I've heard it's great, which is Mama. I tell you what, immediately when I pulled this out of the bag when my friend was here, he was like, Mama is brilliant. So even he said it's good. So I'm hoping that I will like this one. This was a interesting one to find because I don't think this one's too. It could be readily available. I don't know, but I remember hearing about this. I've heard it's not very good, but it intrigues me. Which is, from what I know, John Carpenter's last movie, The Ward. Not seen it. I've not heard it's very good. I've not heard it's good at all, but it might surprise me. Let me know in the comments below what you think of John Carpenter's The Ward. I might be surprised. It might be alright. I don't know. I've just heard bad things about it. Maybe it will be bad. I don't know. It's John Carpenter. It's hard to imagine a bad film from John Carpenter, you know. So we'll see. Let me know in the comments down below. But it's cool to find something like this in a free Facebook job lot. It's great. This is the creme de la creme. This is these are really what attracted me to this free haul, which made me go and walk down to this person's house and pick this whole bag of crazy stuff up. And it's crazy because I really liked the first season of this show. Not seen any more of them, which is the American Horror Story series. So they had season 1, which is a great series of television. I have no idea what was going on in this show. Even at the end, I was like, I ain't got a fucking clue what the story was. But, you know, I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah. Really happy to get that. So it didn't just have season 1. You had season 2. Asylum as well. Didn't just have season 2. You had season 3. Coven as well. And to top it all off, you had season 4, Freak Show as well. So these were really the things that really made me go and pick up this whole bag of DVDs. This show in particular. I know there's like 10 seasons now, but it's a great start to get the start of this for free. Awesome. That is the free haul from Facebook Marketplace that I couldn't believe. Just shows you, I guess, maybe people don't see value in DVDs anymore. I'm not going to say no to free shit. And it was only down the road, so I wasn't too bothered, really. My final stack of the evening is a charity shop, a £6 charity shop haul. So basically, I was looking out for my little nephew. He's almost 3 years old. And my mum was talking about finding stuff that he might want to watch Now he's getting a bit older, so I was just looking strictly for Disney stuff. My mum's got a bunch of Disney stuff anyway. She's got a bunch of DVDs on, you know, Disney DVDs. So we were just looking for ones she hasn't got and things that maybe my nephew Connor would watch. I found some great things here, great stuff. These were all free for £1, so I've spent £6, so I've gotten quite a few stuff here. So first off, we're gonna go with Tangled. Not seen Tangled, but I've heard really good things about it. I'm surprised how much Disney I got for my money here. Next up is a film I absolutely love. I don't understand why I don't own it. Lilo and Stitch. I love this, and I love the TV show. The TV show was great as well. Really heartwarming and fun film, and the TV show is really good as well. Sword in the Stone. I think it's one of the best Disney animated movies. In my opinion, I swear I used to watch this to death when I was a kid. Atlantis, The Lost Empire, a very underrated Disney film from all accounts. I've not seen it though, so that's interesting. It sounds really good. Yeah, free for £1 again. Why not? Mum didn't own it in her collection, so I thought I'd grab it. Next up is Wreck-It Ralph. Really happy about that as well. I love this film. It's so good. Not seen the sequel though. Let me know if the sequel's any good. Wreck-It Ralph though, fucking awesome film. Disney Pixar's Cars. Never seen the Cars films. I know, guys. Shoot me in the comments. I tell you what, as soon as my nephew saw this, he was just like, McQueen, McQueen. So he's not even 3 yet, and he already knows McQueen. So that's awesome. So he's elated about that. So he'll be watching that soon. I'm sure of it. Next up is a film that I've not seen. Actually, not seen this one, but I've heard people say it is one of the most underrated and great Disney films, which is Disney Dinosaur. Now this is perfect for my nephew because he absolutely loves dinosaurs.
Who doesn't like dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are awesome. So
my nephew is starting off well, I think. He's starting well as a child and loving dinosaurs. But yeah, not seen this one. Reading the synopsis, it does sound very similar to Land Before Time. You can let me know in the comments if it's anything like that film. It might not be, but sounds decent. I've heard it's very good. Looking forward to checking it out. I'm sure my nephew would absolutely adore it. Cars 2, because why not? You know, get Cars 1, might as well get Cars 2. I picked this one up as well for my nephew because it's dinosaurs. Walking with Dinosaurs, the movie. I used to absolutely love the TV show Walking with Dinosaurs. I liked where they kind of made it out to be kind of this documentary with Richard Attenborough, you know, doing the voiceover. I think it's Richard Attenborough that does it, but I could be wrong. But anyway, yeah, you know what I mean. It had that kind of almost kind of like BBC documentary style with the TV show. So I've not seen the movie before. I've seen the specials like the story of Big Owl and about the Allosaurus and stuff like that. But I've not seen the movie. But as soon as I saw it, 3 for £1, I was like, you know, Connor, my nephew, is going to absolutely adore it because he loves dinosaurs. So I had to get it. Next up is one of my favourites, although I actually prefer the sequel, The Rescuers. My mum absolutely adores this film, so she didn't have it in her collection, so she's really happy for me to pick it up. I prefer the sequel. I just think the sequels goes in a bit of a darker direction, which I actually enjoy. This is still fairly dark as well, but a lot of that earlier stuff was quite dark in tone, which is crazy to think that when it's to do with it's for children. It's crazy. But anyway, The Rescuers is great. It's a really clean edition of it on DVD. Really happy to get it. Get it again, 3 for £1. These were, guys. Probably the best pickup in this 3 for £1 deal that I'm really excited to check out. Personally, couldn't believe it when I saw it in the 3 for £1 deal because it's so new. It's unbelievable. Which is Disney Pixar's Onwards, a film that, in hindsight, I know will make me absolutely weep. Because from what I've read, it's about these two characters going to see their, having a chance to see their long deceased dads again one last time. And I've just lost my dad in September, so I know this film is actually going to break me. So I'm looking forward to checking it out, but I'm also not really looking forward to checking it out because I know it's going to really pull at my heartstrings just by the subject matter alone. I know it's just going to be a very heartwarming but also heartbreaking kind of story. I can see it now before I even seen it. But if you've seen Onward, let me know what you think, because I've not seen it yet. But 3 for £1, like, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, holy motherfucker, awesome. I was really happy to get these. Also, these ones were also for my nephew, because I thought they're not exactly dinosaurs, but it's like dinosaur era kind of thing. So Ice Age, 2. Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, the one I'm actually looking forward to the most because it has dinosaurs in it. And Ice Age 4. Never seen an Ice Age film. Maybe you can let me know if they're any good in the comments below. I wasn't joking. I genuinely am looking forward to this one the most because it's about dinosaurs. But, but you know, I think it's something my nephew would really find fun. These next ones were just for me because I had to have these. Anyway, picked up National Treasure. Really good Disney kind of Indiana Jones-esque movie with Nicolas Cage. Carrying it on, picked up its sequel, National Treasure 2. Not seen the sequel, so I'm hoping this is as good as the original, but we will see. I've heard very good things about this next one. I've seen people pick it up and say it's really good. 3 for £1. I thought, why not? I'll just grab it. Brotherhood of the Wolf. I think this is a French film. I just pick it up. It sounds good. It looks good. You know, people say it's really good. I thought, why not pick it up? And with these 3 for £1, I don't always get films that look good. I don't always get films that I like. Sometimes I like to pick up films that absolutely suck, that look absolute shit, right? Right. I like to pick up one film that looks utter crap. That might surprise me, but might not surprise me whatsoever. It might be utter shit. So the last one I picked up in this whole weekly update pickups video is Underworld Legend of the Jinn. Yeah, I don't know what to expect with this. The fact that it's called Underworld makes me laugh because it's not even a part of the Underworld franchise. I did look it up. It is just called Jinn in other territories. There is a Blu-ray of it just called Jinn, a German release Blu-ray. But I can imagine that it's gonna suck. Repulsive reviews say
impressive fight sequences and badass special effects.
We'll see about that, won't we? This one makes me laugh because you'll find out in a minute. So, spoiler-free moviesleuth.com says
an age-old battle of good versus evil.
One, that doesn't tell me anything if the film's good or not. It's just a random quote from a random website. But on the back in the blurb, it says, literally in the blurb, this accounts for both quotes, which is a bit of a joke. Underworld Legend of the Jinn is a fantastic age-old battle of good versus evil with impressive fight sequences and badass special effects. In the blurb, they've either just put that in as a cool thing to put in the blurb, or these quotes are fake. I like to go with the latter. I think these quotes are fake quotes they just put on the box. There's a couple of quotes on the back, guys.
A breath of fresh air in the horror world.
That is from, again, repulsivereviews.com, which I don't think exists, but we can have a look, maybe. And again, spoiler-free moviesleuth.com says
a fantastic thriller.
But these quotes from them at the top and bottom, at the front, are actually in the blurb here. So, are they real, guys? They could be fake, fake reviews. I think they're probably fake because to make the film look good. But I don't think this one's going to be good. But I bought it because it's 3 for £1 and it might be a laugh. Anyway, that is it, guys. Thank you once again for checking out the channel and subscribing and liking and sharing and all that jazz. Thank you so much. If you're new here and you like this video, maybe think about dropping a like. It really helps out the channel and the videos as well. So thanks a lot for that. As always, I have been Jason, and I'm actually going to go and watch The Tomorrow War on the Amazon Prime today.